back to the Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got another TikTok compilation video today of women hitting the wall. This one's a little bit rougher because these are women in their 40s hitting the wall. So they have a lot more experience in the game, as you say. Please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to the chow. It's chow time. Me to single women in their 40s who lower their age range on dating apps to 25. Yeah, you're gonna get plenty of dick, that's for sure.
I hope I don't have to go through another breakup. I am getting too old to say shit like I've never felt this way before. You know when you hit like your last one, you're like, this is the farewell tour for that phrase. And at a certain age, you don't want people to say that to you either. At a certain age, if they're like, I've never felt this way before, you're like, you're 42, Dan.
Nobody wants to date me.
I want to date you. I find you really attractive, and I think that we should go out.
Go away.
That's exactly how women feel. They have plenty of those guys that I'll date you, I'll take you out, I'll take care of you. No.
No, I just need you to stop being nice to me unless you're going to marry me after. No.
All right, note to selves, guys. Just treat them like trash, and they know where we're at. This is what men are trying to warn women about. We're not... Yes, it sucks that you already hit the wall and now we're telling you about it and you feel like you're targeted. But we're telling this to the younger women to maybe want to settle down and find a mate in your prime before you get to the stage of these women.
I really worry about this woman. Let me show you a video and then I'll tell you why.
At 40 for a woman, it's basically over.
Really?
Yeah. Having kids and like physically for most women, yeah. I mean, there's exceptions, sure, but that's not the rule. But as a 40-year-old guy that like, you know, if you're doing pretty well.
First off, I really hope she meets somebody. I really hope she doesn't make it to 40.
She has way more options than you, girl.
40 and is single. Because she doesn't strike me as the type that will eat her words. So chances are she's going to end up settling.
Obviously, because you don't watch her content, but she eats her words all the time. She used to be pretty against Red Pill and didn't understand what Red Pill was. Now she's like the face of Red Pill.
And with some guy that is mediocre and awful in a lot of ways. But at least I won't be 40 and single. So be sad for her. But the other thing that I think is funny that she says is that, yeah, if you're 40 and a guy and you're doing pretty well, how many guys that are single at 40 are doing pretty well?
Most men. That is their prime and peak in earnings. So most men that are single are probably very good catches at those ages.
And what exactly is pretty well? Yes, it might be easier.
They're in their solid careers. They make good money. They've been making good money for a while.
For men to have children in their 40s and 50s, but their sperm count goes down too.
Sperm count doesn't really do anything. You only need one to have a kid.
And research is showing more and more that it's not very good for men to be having children at a later age. Even if it doesn't wreak havoc on their body, their sperm just isn't as good. But what I find...
Yet, you say that to men, but what about the women's side? Oh, you've aged and your body and your eggs are not so good.
Most problematic about what she's saying is that basically women's value and happiness and purpose.
She talks about their sexual market value. So at 40, it's going to be very difficult for you to find a man that you want because no men lining up to date 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds.
In life is about procreating, and that if they're not doing that.
Yeah, if you compare us to any other species on the planet, yes, life is about procreating.
Then their lives are over. Like, it's what a sad way to view yourself.
Or taking accountability for your actions and making sure you don't arrive in those areas.
Because she's a woman, as far as I can tell.
Oh yeah, she knows. That's why she's trying to tell
really
other women to be careful. Do not become cynical and lonely like you are.
The patriarchy, as I would like to call her. She's naive, she's young, I get it, but
no, you don't get it.
To have to like sit in that mindset for the rest of your life is just fucking...
Yeah, to not be in delusion. That's a pretty good way to go about life.
Death sentence to misery and unhappiness and depression if you don't get exactly what you say you have to have in order to be happy.
I think that's
really
women.
Worry about.
I've seen a lot of different videos on TikTok lately about this, so I wanted to do my own video about it. And that is what it's like dating women in their 40s.
Please tell.
Now, I don't know about you, but I am a lot different now than I was in my 20s and my 30s. And everyone comes with baggage, every single person. So if you think one person has more over another, you might be right, but I don't think it has anything to do with the age necessarily. It has to do with how they've coped and dealt with that.
It does have to do with age. The longer you've lived, the more baggage you collect. Come on, lady.
Stuff and how they've grown. So women in their 40s tend to be more mature, a lot wiser. They don't give a shit as much as they used to, and that can be liberating in itself. They like to have fun.
Yeah, for women. Men don't give a fuck about what you just said.
And they just want to go with the flow. They're not really worried about what's going to happen next. So if you are not sure if you want to go down that road, that's up to you, but give it a consideration because we're a lot of fun.
She had to make a commercial / PSA to men to, yeah, we're still good. We're still good, please. You know, like, we're a lot of fun. Like, no. This is exactly what we tell women. This is what we're saying. Your dating pool is going to be empty. Most of the men that you used to get massive attention for, that you probably could have had relationships with, aren't going to be there anymore.
Dating in your 40s is pretty easy. It's just like riding a bike. But the bike is on fire.
Yep.
You want to know what else? The ground is on fire too. You want to know why? Because you're in fucking hell.
This is what we try to warn women not to get into. This is like, you know, I get a lot of comments. Even the girls I date, like, please stop saying the wall, you know, because they know the kind of content I do because, you know, I date them for a little bit. And they're like, I wish you wouldn't use that term. And it's just like, sorry, the term hurts your feelings, but the term is correct.
Last time I was single, I was 24 and the dating pool was everyone. And now it's like a shallow puddle of age-appropriate men who are old and gross, and I don't want to do that.
It's funny how she calls the age-appropriate men old and gross. I think age-appropriate men would view you very similar. How was that, Chow? Those are all women in their 40s trying to cope with the wall, you know? It's like that one woman that was like trying to talk shit on Pearl. She has no clue. No clue. All right, guys, please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. It's chow time.